You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, and be sure to smash that like button. Brian Kelly was on the SEC Coaches Teleconference on Wednesday, and one of the things that BK brought up was LSU needing to be better on third down, and not necessarily just third down, but short yardage third down. As he put it, 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 3. Now, I want to give you some context before I let you hear what Brian Kelly said, because I think this is important. Last year, let me go back to 2019. The 2019 LSU Tigers, the greatest college football team of all time. That team was 50% on the button. 50% third down conversion. Okay? Heisman Trophy winner, that amazing offense, they were 50% coin flip on third down. A year ago, with Jaden Daniels, LSU was 71 of 129. They were 55%. So last year, 2023, LSU was better on third down last year than they were in 2019 with Burrow and that great offense. You can go back to 2013. That's another one that I referenced. The 2013 LSU team, that was an historic offense as well. And we sort of forget about that because the defense was very poor, almost like 2023. The defense was very poor, and as a result, you maybe forget because you didn't have the cumulative season that you would have liked to have had. But that 2013 offense had the first ever SEC offense with a 3,000-yard passer, a 1,000-yard rusher, and 2,000-yard receivers. That was Mettenberger, Jeremy Hill, Jarvis, and Odell. That team was 57% on third down. You understand? 2013 LSU, 57% third down. It was like, where's Jarvis? Just, boop, there he is. 2023 LSU, 55% on third down. 2019 LSU, 50% on third down. Those are historically good offenses, okay? Just to give you some context. This LSU offense so far through 2 weeks is at 41.7%, so right about 42%. So not at the pace of those historic offenses, but at 42%, still very good. Still very good, but with room to improve. And what's interesting is that the room to improve for this offense is not just on third down and like avoiding third and long per se. It's the 3rd and short, as Brian Kelly says, the 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 3. Here's what Brian Kelly said when he was on the SEC Coaches Teleconference on Wednesday.
I think where we feel like we need to be better is the 3rd and 1 to 3 area. I think we've done a great job in medium to long, and that's an area of constant evaluation and the need to execute at a higher level. You know, our competition has been really good. We haven't had the luxury of having an easy entry into the season. So you're able to really critically evaluate the areas you need to get better at. And I think 3rd and 1 to 3 is an area that we're really focused hard on in terms of being able to up that efficiency.
You know what's so fascinating about this? And I think maybe the thought is that you would just be better naturally in that short yardage situation, the 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 3. But I went and charted every third down and short that LSU's had this season through 3 games. So 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 3. And believe it or not, they've had 6 each in the first 3 games. They had 6 against Southern Cal, 6 against Nicholls, and 6 against South Carolina this past weekend. And I think this kind of tells the story. Against USC, they were 3 out of 6, 50%. Of course, everyone remembers the last one, which was the John Emery 3rd and 1 when he got tackled for a loss. The first one of the game you faced was a 3rd and 3, and Caleb Jackson gained a yard. Against Nicholls, you faced 6 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 3. You converted your first 5. 3rd and 2, 11-yard reception by C.J. Daniels. 3rd and 1, they had a PI. 3rd and 1, Josh Williams for 2 yards. 3rd and 2, you drew a delay of game penalty on the defense. 3rd and 1, Xavier Thomas caught a pass for 4 yards. And then the last one of the game, when you were just running out the clock, you had 3rd and 3, they ran Caleb Jackson for no gain and punted. So 5 out of 6. Last week against South Carolina, you were just 2 out of 6 on 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 3. First third down of the game, 3rd and 1, Nuss threw incomplete. You had a 3rd and 3 where he was incomplete to C.J. Daniels. You had a 3rd and 1 where Josh Williams got stuffed for no gain. Mason Taylor's touchdown was on 3rd and 2.
Mason Taylor!
So not only did you convert, you scored a touchdown. Now it was 3rd and 2, but it was 3rd and goal from the 2. But still, it's 3rd and 2. The next time you had 3rd and 1, Caden Durham got stuffed for no gain. And then the last one of the game was Josh Williams on 3rd and 2. He got a 2-yard gain. So you converted 2. One was a touchdown, and one was at the end of the game as you were trying to go win it. And ultimately you scored and won it. But 2 out of 6 against South Carolina. So through 3 games, and I know there's a lot of numbers. I'm not trying to confuse you with numbers, but you're 10 out of 18 for 55%. You're converting at a 55% clip on 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 3. Against the 2 Power 5 opponents, South Carolina and Southern Cal, you're 5 of 12. So you're less than 50%. So I don't have, by the way, I'm not getting to something where I'm giving you this super profound thought about how they have to be better or what they need to do. I don't know. I'm not calling the plays. But you can chart this and see what they missed. A running play, a pass play, a running play. A running play, a pass play, a pass play, a running play, a running play. Of the 8 plays where they have been stopped, 4 runs, 4 passes. I mean, I guess the only takeaway I have here, really, is if you're wondering, like, are they predictable in that situation, 3rd and short? I mean, I just told you the 8 times they got stopped, 4 of them were runs, 4 of them were passes. So it feels like they're doing a good job of not being predictable with their play call situationally, of diversifying their play call. I mean, you have runs by Caleb Jackson, you have catches by Aaron Anderson, Kyron Lacey, C.J. Daniels, Xavier Thomas. I mean, Mason Taylor. You've got just about everything here.
Mason Taylor!
So I don't know that I'm looking saying, hey, Joe Sloan, you got to get the ball to other guys, or you got to be less predictable, or you're running it too much. They're kind of doing it all. They're running, they're passing, they're distributing it to different people, they're running different backs. So I don't know how correctable it is, but the point Brian Kelly made there that I think there is merit is in that soundbite you heard him say, we haven't really had a breather, right? You've faced 2 really tough opponents, which makes you be critical because you're going to have failure when you're facing a better opponent. Like Ole Miss has faced no adversity at all because they've played nobody. They're scoring 70 on everybody. So what have you really learned about your team? By the way, I think Ole Miss is really good. I'm not saying anything disparaging about Ole Miss. I'm just saying, do you really learn anything? Like if you're Tennessee and you score 70 against an FCS school, did you really learn anything about your team? I don't think so. What Brian Kelly's saying is we went and challenged ourselves and we had some struggles, so we've learned where we have to get better, and this is one of the areas where they feel they have to get better is 3rd and short. How they get better, I don't really have that answer. I think the bigger question is, for these other teams that haven't been challenged, what's it going to be like when you are challenged for the first time? That's why I continue to like bold, italicize, underscore that Ole Miss game. Because when Ole Miss comes to Baton Rouge, that's going to be the second of back-to-back road conference games for them. And it might be the first time they really have to learn. They're going to South Carolina, by the way. They're at South Carolina, then at LSU. That may be the first time they really have to be self-critical and learn about what they are and where they might be deficient, whereas LSU's already had that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would much rather LSU have played Nicholls, South Alabama, then South Carolina, than already have the or Southern Cal, then already have the L to Southern Cal in week 1. Rather go get better. You know what they always say, the biggest improvement week 1 to week 2. But Brian Kelly's identified an area where they need to get better. He's not wrong. Overall on 3rd down, they're 15 of 36. 41.7%. In that 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 3, they're 10 of 18 for 55%. Of the 8 you missed, 4 runs, 4 passes. How do you get that 55% to say 75%? Right? Or 80% when you're in that short yardage? You do that, then that 41% starts to look closer to 50%, like the other great offenses we talked about. Kind of be a little self-critical here. You can learn more about your team. Tigers are doing that. They got 2 weeks to work on with UCLA and South Alabama coming up for your open date. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.